Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. Today's video, it's the 1st of May and I am recapping everything that I used in April. I feel like I didn't test that many new products in April. I feel like there just weren't that many that I was necessarily like buying into, but I did try a few. And this is like my roundup. I've had a chance to try out these products a little bit more, and these are like my final thoughts. So if you have seen any of my videos earlier on last month and you wanted to know what my thoughts were after I'd used them for a little bit longer, then this is the video for you. If you are new here, then hello, my name is Millie. I make videos all about makeup products. I am always testing out new things, reviewing things, doing different looks, doing wear tests, all that sort of stuff, so I'd love it if you would subscribe down below. I'm filming this the day before you're seeing it, and I think I'm like 5 away from 800 subscribers, which is so exciting. I would love it if you would subscribe down below and you'll get a little notification every time I post a new video, which by the way is 3 times a week, on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. But these are the products that I have tried this month. Let's just dive straight on in. The first video that went up in April, I was unboxing the Made by Mitchel mystery bundle. I got it off of Beauty Bay and inside there were 5 products. I have one absolute standout product, and it was this one here, the Made by Mitchel liquid blush in Peach Sugar. This is the one that I put on in that video and I have continued to use it. It's absolutely, like, it's so pigmented. You need the tiniest little bit. I feel like I'm the last person on the planet to try any Made by Mitchel liquid blushes, and I'm absolutely sold. It's so beautiful. It's almost like a radiant soft matte finish where it feels matte, it dries onto your skin, but it gives a glow to your cheeks, and this colour is absolutely perfect for me. So to get this in a mystery bag is absolutely fantastic. I will link the mystery bag down below. I will also link this shade if I can find it, because I absolutely love this shade, but I would highly recommend getting the mystery bag because this plus like one other item was the cost of the bag. And I ended up with 5 different items. Another one was this one here. This is the Swell solution and it came with a brush. I haven't had a chance to use the Swell solution yet, but these came together. This brush for doing like a smoky wing with an eyeshadow, which is a look that I absolutely love. I do that all the time. This brush is so fine. You can get that tiny little line. You can like really blend it out. It's absolutely perfect for that sort of a look. And obviously you can use it with this to make like a liquid liner out of an eyeshadow. I haven't tried that yet, but I will. But using this brush with just any regular eyeshadow, and like you can really get onto your lash line and create that like smoky wing. I absolutely love it. The next video that went up, I'm gonna go in order. I was testing out some more products and the base products that I used were the Polyglutamic Acid Dewy Sunscreen from the Inkey list. Now this is SPF 30. I absolutely love this sunscreen. I have such sensitive skin and such sensitive eyes. I have to be so careful with what sunscreen I use because so many of them make my eyes run, like uncontrollably run. Like I couldn't wear any makeup, any eye makeup, any concealer, anything like that. It would just be gone pretty much instantly because it irritates my eyes so much that I just cry off. But this one doesn't irritate my eyes. It leaves the skin feeling so plump and beautiful and dewy and juicy looking, all of these amazing words. Polyglutamic acid is one of my all-time favourite hero ingredients. I use it all the time, pretty much every single day, especially the Inkey list one. It's one of my favourites, and this is absolutely beautiful. I've been using this pretty much every single day. Like every day that I have left the house, which is pretty much every single day, I have been using this. It's so important to use your SPF, kids, and this is a fantastic one. In that video I also tested this, which is the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Blushed. This is in Glistening Gardenia. this is what I have on my cheeks today. I have something else on over the top, and this whole look will be coming soon, by the way. This is the blush shade. It's such a unique shade. Like, I don't have anything in my collection that's like this. It's almost like a warm mauvey toned blush, and I have absolutely been loving it. It gives like a soft, almost like airbrushed look to the cheeks. I absolutely love it. I was sent this, I was also sent this, and at the same time as they sent me this one, the Beauty Crop also sent me this, and I mentioned it in that video, so I just wanted to like recap. This is the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Blushed Liquid Blush, and this is in the shade, oh, now I can't remember, Glistening Grapefruit, I think. Of course, I've thrown away the packaging. Yeah, Glistening Grapefruit. This is a strange product, and I will tell you for why. This, obviously it's like a liquid product, so you have to shake it up. However, it's got a pump on the top of it, and I feel like where you shake it up, then when you pump it, the stuff that's in the tube on its way up to the pump doesn't get combined, and the first pump that you do is separated. Like, if I show you this close up, you might be able to see. Yeah, you can see there. So this is the like pigment, and then there's all of this liquid on the top where it's like separated. So then if I shake this up, it has like metal balls in it. So you shake it up, and then if I do this onto the back of my hand, you might be able to see, like, it's so, I mean, that's just, it's going all over my table now, but it's like separated where I wouldn't be able to use this now because I can see, and I don't know if it's necessarily showing up on camera, but I can see where there's that liquid and it's not mixed in with the pigment. So then as I put that on my face, it wouldn't, like, it would be separated on my skin. So I have to like shake it up, do one pump, I do it into like a cotton pad or a piece of tissue or something, and then I do the second pump. It's incredibly pigmented. You need the tiniest little bit, same as the Made by Mitchel one, the tiniest bit. I need to tidy my table. Right, I'm all tidied up, so I do like it. I just feel like the packaging is perhaps a little bit sort of gimmicky, where I feel like something like this, where it's like a little like spongy doe foot applicator with this sort of a product, this like liquidy, obviously very easily separated liquid, I feel like a doe foot applicator would be better, because then you could just use whatever was on the applicator rather than having to pump something out and then losing a whole pump because that hasn't like combined. Does that make sense? I hope I'm like explaining myself properly there. I do like it. I just end up losing and wasting so much product when I want to wear it. And you need the tiniest bit, like one pump is enough for your whole street. Like, it's so pigmented, you need the tiniest little bit, but you can only get one pump out. So I feel like perhaps how I would rather use it is like taking the lid, like unscrewing all of this and then dabbing this onto my cheeks, like the tiniest little bit. I feel like that way I wouldn't waste it, but I would still get the product and it would still give the same effect. That's my thoughts. I also wanted to give a recap on this one, which is the Essence Tiny Tip Precise Brow Pen. Now this said that it was semi-permanent, and I was a little bit worried that I would end up with these huge, dark, brushy, semi-permanent brows. It just came off with micellar water at the end of the day. I did this on the back of my hand and did micellar water to like get it off, and there was a stain on my hand. However, you know, I had foundation and concealer and all sorts of products in my brows, and I feel like this drew on really, really nicely. I liked how it looked. It didn't give me any sort of semi-permanent brows. I still woke up the next day and had to draw my brows on, so I do like this product. I feel like that's a benefit, it not being semi-permanent, because I was worried that I was going to wake up with these huge bushy brows that I wouldn't know what to do with because they weren't what I was born with. But yeah, that's the roundup for that video. I also wanted to mention this. I did a whole video testing and swatching all of the shades of the MUA Blushed Liquid Cream Blush. I have them all on display up here because I just think that the colours are so beautiful. But this one in particular, Watermelon, in a million years I would never have picked this up just for myself. Like, I wanted to do that swatching video, so I got every shade, and I would have never have picked up a shade this like dark and this bright. However, the tiniest little bit of this blended right out looks like a sun-kissed, like the colour that I actually go when I go out in the sun, and if I maybe haven't reapplied my SPF as much as I needed to. It's like a warm, watermelony, juicy shade, and the formula of these blushes are so hydrating. They leave your skin looking so juicy and so plump, and I mean, all of these words I keep repeating, but that's what I look for in my makeup. Again, I absolutely love it, and this shade in particular I feel like works for me being very, very fair, but I also feel like on really deep, rich skin it would look absolutely beautiful. Next up, the StylePro video. I tested out the StylePro brush cleaner. I have continued to use it. I have continued to clean my brushes regularly, which is like so unlike me. I procrastinate and I do not clean my brushes as often as I need to. However, I can do this whilst I'm sat here. I can put something on my phone. I can, you know, watch something on YouTube or on the telly or anything, and it makes me clean my brushes more regularly. I haven't used this. I haven't continued to use the brush cleanser that it came with because I didn't like the way that it made the brushes feel afterwards. I just use like an antibacterial like hand soap. I will, once I've got onto the end of that bottle, which will be forever because it was huge, I'm going to get like an antibacterial brush cleaner that is actually for your makeup brushes, but that is antibacterial. But yeah, massively sold on that because it's made me clean my brushes more, so it's going to like improve my skin. I'm going to get less breakouts because I'm not reusing all of my brushes all the time. I am a big fan. Next up, similar to that MUA blushed video, I did a whole video swatching all of the shades of the e.l.f. Glossy Lip Stains, and I just have to mention, like, across the board I've used every single shade multiple times. Specifically Pinkies Up and also Basic Beige. This one isn't what it is because they're in handbags and just everywhere, but these are absolutely fantastic. I don't know why it's taken me so long to try them. I knew that it would be a product that I love, and indeed I do. Those two shades, Basic Beige and Pinkies Up, for very fair skin like me, they're so neutral, they're so nothing, but they're so comfortable on the skin. They leave behind this really nice stain, as you would expect from the name, but it just leaves the most beautiful wash of colour. They're so comfortable. I can reapply them without even looking in the mirror. The other day I was just looking in the microwave at work. I was like, I need to top up my lipstick, and I did. So comfortable, so hydrating. Again, all the same words. I'm saying them all again. I have really been loving them, and I'm so glad that I got all of the shades as well, because even like the deeper shades, like this one is Spicy Sienna, even this, like, I know in autumn I'm going to be all over this because they just leave the most beautiful colour behind, and you don't have to worry about them because the glossiness wears off, but the colour is still left behind. They're absolutely fantastic. So then the next video that went up, I was trying out the collection VitHit products. I didn't realise, I don't know, I just didn't read the back of them, but I didn't realise that the blush and the bronzer were scented. And I can't handle that because my skin and my eyes, as we have already mentioned, too sensitive. The bronzer didn't have any sort of scent to it. I don't know why it says that it's scented because it absolutely is not. The blush is very highly scented. I didn't feel like it necessarily bothered my skin, but genuinely I haven't reached for it since then. Like, it's not enough of a standout product where I feel like I can get over the scent. So that one I didn't really like. The bronzer, Again, it didn't have a scent. It was more of a summer shade for me, like it was a little bit warmer than what I would necessarily go for, a little bit darker than what I would necessarily go for. It's probably one that I will reach for more in summer. However, these two I just need to mention. Firstly, the Neon Liquid Liner. This is bright green. I absolutely love colour. I feel like I haven't done like a properly colourful look in forever, but genuinely on an everyday basis I love wearing colour and like colourful eyeshadow, and this has been used so many times and I absolutely love it. I've done that like double like winged liner thing and I absolutely love it. The applicator is so easy. It's a long like brush applicator, so you can get like really fine little lines with it, or you can like keep going over it and like I'm sure you could do your whole lid with just liquid liner. Absolutely fantastic. I do want to try the other shades of that because they look beautiful. And then this product here, when I first tested this out in that first video, I feel like I didn't need to set my base, but I'm wearing this today and I did sort of need to set down the centre, and I like it a lot more than I did in that first video. I feel like it's very matte. It's a very matte finish, which isn't my preference. However, if you want something that is truly matte and incredibly finely milled so that you can get just a very light wash of a setting powder, this one is beautiful. It doesn't have a scent. I don't know, I haven't actually read it. Is it meant to have a scent? It doesn't say anything about a scent on the back of here. It just says micro fine loose powder that helps to smooth and blur the appearance of texture, fine lines and pores whilst prolonging makeup wear with vitamin B3 and niacinamide. Oh, I like that it has niacinamide in there because that's gonna like, it's a skincare thing, isn't it? I don't know what it's for, but I like that it's got that sort of skincare benefit. I feel like if you want a very matte finish and maybe you are more normal or oily skin type, you'll probably really like this. It is so fine, like the finest powder I have ever tried. It goes absolutely everywhere in clouds of product in front of me, but it does like completely mattify. It does smooth things out. I feel like I need to use it very cautiously because my skin is so dry. Word of warning. Then next up I did a video testing Profusion products, and I didn't realise at the time when I was testing this here, which is the new foundation from them. It's the Flawless 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I didn't realise as I was like trying this and as I was putting it on my face, I was coming out in a rash. This is very scented. It smells like old-fashioned makeup, like what your mum or your grandma might have used. It's very heavily fragranced, and all of my chest, I didn't realise until I was editing the video, all of my chest had come out in like itchy rash. So I haven't used that again. I don't know if I will. I liked how it looked. I didn't do like a full wear test because it was quite late, I think. I can't remember. Honestly, I've slept since then. I don't know if I would reach for it over other things I have in my collection. I have so many foundations. I feel like a foundation really has to like stand out for me to use it multiple times, and I feel like the scent of this and the way that it brought me out in a rash, and this is the only thing that I can think that it was because it came out like as soon as I was applying the product. I'm not sure. However, one that I am sure on is another blush. I feel like the last couple of months have been so blush heavy. Like I've tried so many and they've like quite a lot of them have been absolutely fantastic. This is one that I've tried before, but it's a new shade. So this is the Profusion Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush, and this is in My Tai, and this is like a more of a like an orangey, peachy, warmer, sort of more summery shade. Again, I've been reaching for this a ton as well. definitely want to try some more shades of this because I've got 2 now and I think that they're absolutely fantastic. They're so easy to use. I have said this before, but I'll say it again. I don't apply this like directly onto my cheeks with the little applicator. You can. I see people do it. I don't tend to do it that way. I get it onto my brush, which I use this one here, the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I dab the applicator onto here and apply it like that, because otherwise I feel like me being me and me being incredibly clumsy, I would just end up with circles and like I wouldn't be quick enough no matter how quick I was. So I do it like that, like take it onto the brush and apply it like that. Let me know, do you do it another way? I feel like that is how I like to do it. So that is all of the products that I have like tested out this month, and I have a few favourites that I just wanted to tag on the end here. So if you follow me on Instagram, I bet you can guess what my like biggest favourite is for this month. I got a kitten! We got a little tiny kitten this month, and she is absolutely fantastic. I mean, we already had one cat, we had Princess Zelda, and now we've got little Navi. If you are approximately my age, reaching your 30s, you might have played The Legend of Zelda. So we've got Princess Zelda already, and now we've got Navi. She is another character in the Princess Zelda realm, and she is just the cutest little thing. She's so playful. She's incredibly playful at 3 o'clock in the morning. She's absolutely great. She has settled right into our family absolutely amazingly, and yeah, we're just so thrilled with her. Zelda is not sure, she's having her moments. We're introducing them slowly. No like scratching, there have been a few hisses, but that's to be expected. Zelda has been an only child for nearly 7 years, and suddenly we've just thrown in another kitten and we've been like, there you go. I mean, we have done it, like I say, very, very slowly, but we're absolutely thrilled with that. She's ace. And then 2 products that aren't feline related, and I'm quickly just going to skip over this one. These are the Luna period pants, bikini style. I have wanted to try a product like this for quite a while. I am trying to cut down on like the plastic, like I'm using plastic free shampoo bars. I'm trying to like cut down plastic where I can. So obviously like I'm gonna have a period for many years to come. I didn't want to just, you know, hold up my knickers, so I'll just show you the box that they came in. I'm absolutely thrilled with them. They were on an offer. I think they were like 2 for £16 or something like that, so I got 2 and I wasn't sure what I would think of them. A little bit of TMI here, I have a very heavy flow, there we go, and I was worried about leaking and things like that. I had absolutely none. I was absolutely fine. I have only had 1 period since I got these, so I've only tested them the 1 time. They've washed. I mean, I washed them before I wore them because it says 2. I would always wash my pants before I wore them anyway, but they washed very easily, dried very quickly. I felt clean the whole time that I was on my period whilst I was wearing them. I got a lot more wear out of them than I thought I would. Like normally I wear pads and I would have to change my pad after like 3 hours, maybe even sooner than that. Like I have to change them quite regularly, but I got a whole day out of these, a whole day at work, like running around, and I was absolutely fine, and I didn't feel worried. Like I felt really secure wearing them. So I'm going to pick up some more the next time these come on offer so that I have more, because obviously I only had 2 and I need more than that. And then another favourite is this perfume. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, I know I've mentioned it on my Instagram, but this is Dialect, and this is Amber Infusion Eau de Parfum. This is a dupe for something, and I don't know what it's a dupe for, but it's not a summer fragrance at all. I don't know why I'm necessarily reaching for this so much at the minute. It's almost like deep and I don't want to say musky, but it's almost like I would think of this as like an autumn winter scent, but at the minute I've just been wearing this like crazy. Like I have used this pretty solidly, probably for around about 3 weeks, and there's like the tiniest little bit down from the top. It's so strong, you need the tiniest little bit. I think these are like £29 or something like that, but they're dupes for ones that are way more expensive. And I've been absolutely loving this. So if you ever wonder, Millie, what do you smell of? The last month it's been this. I've been absolutely loving it. In fact, let's put some on now, shall we? It's almost like woody. I don't know. I really don't know how to describe scents, but it's not a summer scent. So I don't know why I'm reaching for it so much. Out of all of the perfumes I have, this is probably the least summery. But I've just been loving it. I smell great. So there are all the products that I have been loving, and the small cat. That's everything that I've been loving this month. Let me know what some of your favourites have been this month, or if you've tried any of these products as well. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye!